So Bluestone, conceived actually in the early 2000s. Salisbury born and bred. There was a petting farm on the edge of the Salisbury outskirts, and the main sort of focus of that is the conservation of British rare breed animals. The idea of the vineyard thought about originally not that long after that they just put in all the planning and put in a lot of money to develop the site there. Two of my uncles are archaeologists. At the time they were working with Time Team, and they were doing a dig near Stonehenge. So we're about 4 miles away from Stonehenge. And there's a chap in Downton who had long been a winemaker in Champagne. He was very close with my uncle. And it was actually him that first suggested that we look into it. So he sort of said, you know, the site's quite nice. It's a nice sort of gentle south-facing slope. Soils are very similar. Alas, put a lot of resources into the developing the farm park side of things. And obviously my parents realised how labour intensive it was. Fast forward 10 years, so about 2015, my brother and I were at loose ends about what we were doing. And as you do at the time, you know, all these farm diversification shows, learn about what else farmers are doing. There's all the glamping, all the wedding stuff. And of course there was one chap in there that was going, oh yeah, English vineyards, that sounds like a good idea. And we were like, yeah, this sounds really fun, really interesting. And that really appealed to kind of us being physically involved. We wanted to develop and diversify the farm itself. We were a bit, you know, cautious about that, but at the end of the day, it was my dad that kind of pushed it over the line. He was like, well, we don't know until we put something in the ground. So at the time, that was great, and I quite liked that logic. Probably wasn't as simple as that in reality. But anyway, went ahead. So planted 10 acres, and that was basically the start of mine and Toby's journey.